She's going to lose respect toward you. So you cannot communicate. But they're going to whine and complain that my man doesn't communicate with me. Boys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video. When you understand female nature, women look for two things. The first thing they look for is a provider, and the second thing is security. They look for a provider, a man with money, and security, they look for a strong man who's going to protect them. They look for two things. And the reason why they look for two things is in the past, we're talking about 100 years ago. And it's been that way for, 5,000 years, 10,000 years, whatever the amount of years that the humans been put on this earth. Women look for those two things. Because women, in the past, not today I got it, not today, in the past, they need a man to survive. So they need a man to provide for them, and they need a man to provide security. And the software in their head, the software and the freaking head are the same today that it was 10,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Women look for those two things. And when you understand that, you put that in your head as a man, that's what women look. And even today, despite they make their own money, all that bullshit, you understand female nature. That's the basic of it. In the past, a woman needed a man to survive. And we're going to watch a little short here that explain. Because women want those two things, today, the whole thing is fucked up. The whole thing is fucked up, and they still want those two things. So, let's get into it. Look at the title. Will a woman lose attraction if a man shows vulnerability? And the answer is yes. And don't forget, guys, a woman need that emotional roller coaster to do the emotional trip to be happy. I'm going to repeat that again because most guys will not understand that. Women need those emotional roller coaster. That's why they create drama. That's why they nag and complain all the time. They create drama to have that roller coaster of emotion to feel good. That's another thing about female nature. Why women nag and complain and they want to create drama. That's the reason why. That's another thing about female nature. Most women are that way. When you understand that emotional bullshit thing. And here's the thing about that title over here. Women want security. That second thing I'm talking about. Women want security. So, if they are with a man and the man is too much emotional, he start crying and whining about stupid thing, whatever the reason. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's real. Maybe the guys, he wants to cry and whine and blah, blah, blah. And this is real. Because the guy is living something terrible. If he talk to his woman about it and he show emotion, that second thing not going to be here. The woman want to be with a strong man. A strong man, what is a strong man? A strong man go to something that is hard, it's tough, and he doesn't want to complain about it. He just go through it and he keep all his emotion for himself. But if the man is emotional about it, most women will lose attraction to them. And the power that women have today, and women, because of the feminist broken up family, just like that, as soon as a man showed a little bit of, I'm going to work up my family, I'm going to get better, the feminist lie, the feminist freaking lie. There's so much stuff that I said right now that you need to understand about female nature. So long short story, if you show emotion to a woman and you start crying, even if it's a good reason for, the woman's going to lose respect toward you. That's how it is. And women said a bunch of stupid shit that my man doesn't communicate with me. We cannot communicate with you. Because as a man, if you understand female nature, if you're too emotional, you're going to lose respect and attraction towards us. And this is the basic truth. So let's start listening to this.
Some women looking at you lesser if there's tears on your cheek, but if there's tears tattooed, that same girl is a freak.
Oh.
So they're attracted to the pain unless they hear
There you go. Look what he just said over here. That emotional roller coaster that I'm talking about. Women are attracted to the pain that you have. They love it. They freaking love it. But they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to hear about it. They are attracted to the pain that you have, that roller coaster thing that women love. They are attracted to. That emotional thing. They love it. They want you to be in pain. You see how nasty they are? You see how freaking nasty they are? But they don't want you to talk about it. That's how it is. That's how it is. This is how fucked up they are.
the pain speak. So it's like, it's really interesting because when you talk to women, thank you. But it's like when you talk to women and you like kind of see where their head's at, you see that they kind of like, a lot of women want this sort of rough and rugged guy.
Women want that tough and rough guy because they're that security thing. Women want it. It's not just they want it. Women want that. Number two thing, boy, that security thing that I'm talking about, that they are attracted to, is very, very simple to understand. They want that tough guy. But if that tough guy do go through a hard time, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to love it. But they don't want you to talk about it.
Who's like, he's tough and all these things, but like you don't want him to talk about it because now he's soft. But
there you go. As soon as you show vulnerability, the woman's going to lose attraction towards you. Even if you're big, you're a tough guy, you're strong, whatever, if you start crying, you show vulnerability, the attraction of that woman is going to go down the drain. And believe it or not, she's going to lose respect towards you. Female nature, boys. Female freaking nature.
But it's like, so you want him to have some pain because that's what makes him the rough and rugged, but you just don't want to hear about it. And so where does he go then?
So there you go, guys. There you go, guys. As a man, you cannot show vulnerability towards your woman. The woman's going to lose respect towards you. And women, don't forget how freaking nonsense and not logical they are. And it is what it is. I'm not bitching and trying to put women down. Guys, I'm just telling you the truth. I am the truth. I said the truth. Okay? That's all it is. I'm just saying the truth. If you show vulnerability towards a woman, she's not going to respect you. She's going to go down the drain. And a woman's going to say that kind of stupid shit. My man doesn't communicate with me. He have communication problem. You see how the whole thing doesn't make sense? If you communicate with her and you explain what's going on and you start crying, you start to whine about it, she's going to lose respect toward you. So you cannot communicate. But they're going to whine and complain that my man doesn't communicate with me. He have a communication problem. Guys, you never listen to a woman. You never let a woman lead a relationship because of that stupid thing. There's no logic and common sense to listening to a woman. When I said women are dumb, this is one of the examples. They want that number two thing, which is logic and common sense. I get it. They want that emotional roller coaster. They want you to be in pain. They don't want you to talk about it, despite they're going to say, my man doesn't communicate. If you communicate with them, they're going to lose respect towards you. They're going to be less attracted. You see, the whole thing, nothing makes sense. If you listen to a woman, women, guys, are dumb. Most of them are. And you don't listen to their advice because the whole thing doesn't make sense. Women want that number two thing, security. If you show that you're weak, despite they're going to say super thing, my man doesn't communicate with me. I want him to open up. F this, boys. F this. You listen to their advice, they're going to show that you're weak, they're going to lose respect, and they're going to start shitting on you and start to whine and nag because they want that emotional roller coaster. Boys, you never listen to a woman. You never let a woman lead a relationship. Because those two things I just told you, they're dumb. They're freaking dumb.
And so you just want him to be quiet, but then you're wondering why he can't open up to you. Oh, well, he just doesn't open up to me. Which one is it? This isn't Build-A-Bear. Some women looking at you lesser.
So guys, if you take the time to listen to that short, you understand female nature, this is the reason why. If you put a woman, because the freaking emotional thing that doesn't make any freaking sense, in a leading position somewhere, the whole thing is going to go down the drain. That company is going to go down the drain. The whole thing is going to go down the drain. And one of the best examples of today's society, all that woke bullshit, where do you think that thing came from? That came from women in a leadership role, and the whole thing doesn't make sense. That woke bullshit. We should accept men in women's sports, the trans thing in women's sports. Who allowed that? Most of that bullshit came from women. Guys, if you even put a woman in a leadership role, most of the time, the whole thing, you end up in a world where it's crazy, it's fucked up. And this is what's going on today in society's world. Women in a position of power, and they made all kind of dumb decisions. That woke bullshit. This is what's going on. This came from women. And single mother who have raised boys, who the men, they're fucked up in their head because of single mother. That's what it is. And look all the things that I said, what women are going to say. Misogyny. Misogyny. That guy is a misogyny. I'm not a misogyny. I just said the truth. And that misogyny thing, that's the strategy that women use to control and manipulate. Guys, you need to wake up. You need to wake up to understand what the feminists have done. Women in position of power. When you understand female nature, women are terrible leader. Terrible freaking leader. Okay, we're going to listen to that thing again. This time I'm going to shut up. So, listen to this.
Some women looking at you lesser if there's tears on your cheek, but if there's tears tattooed, that same girl is a freak. Ooh. So they're attracted to the pain unless they hear the pain speak. So it's like, it's really interesting because when you talk to women, thank you. But it's like when you talk to women and you like kind of see where their head's at, you see that they kind of like, a lot of women want this sort of rough and rugged guy who's like, he's tough and all these things. But like, you don't want him to talk about it because now he's soft. But it's like, so you want him to have some pain because that's what makes him the rough and rugged, but you just don't want to hear about it. And so where does he go then? And so you just want him to be quiet, but then you're wondering why he can't open up to you. Oh, well, he just doesn't open up to me. Which one is it? This isn't Build-A-Bear.
So guys, this is a perfect example. Right freaking there. When you understand female nature, how fucked up they are. Women, most of them, and I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that to educate you guys. Understand female nature. And most women in a leadership role, this is a bad choice. Because most women are dumb. That emotional thing. When you understand how they think, that's how it is. That's how it is. So guys, you like my content, like, share, subscribe, both, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.